it's Sue. Welcome back to Crafting by the River. I'm sitting at my desk. I have been a bit busy over the weekend. Haven't posted anything until now, but I thought I'd share with you what I've been doing. But before I get into this, just like to say welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time to drop by. You know, I'm always grateful to see you here. And I notice a couple of new subscribers. Thank you to them. I hovered around the 1,000 subscribers and I didn't celebrate because, the numbers go up and down all the time. But I've been sort of steady just over the 1,000 mark. So that's really quite nice. As you know, I don't sell my journals. I don't make money out of my channel. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here just sharing what I enjoy and chatting with other crafters. So yeah, it's really good to see you here. Thank you. Right, without further ado, it's a pretty cloudy day here. I've moved my desk around a little bit. I mean, the desk stays in the same place. All I do is change the filming area because I've actually, in the winter, I can sit in front of a window and it's reasonably pleasant. I couldn't do that in the summer, it's too warm. So I've moved to the other side of my table where I'm sitting in front of the window, which is rather nice, only unfortunately I'm looking at a very cloudy sky today. Anyway, what have I been doing this week? Well, I got my gel plates out. That's how I started. I thought, well, I haven't played with them for a while and I really need the practice. So I started with the gel plates and I ran off a few bits and bobs. Just put that to one side. These smaller pieces are worked on my small board, which is 5x7, I think. Sounds about right, does it? 5 by, yeah, just over 7. And these are the pieces that I worked on that one. Look at this. This is a very pretty stencil from Darcy Saunders. We did a bit of an envelope swap and she sent me a couple of little stencils and this was one of them and I absolutely love it. So I had a play with that. That's the first play with that one. This was another piece, just blues, bit of pinky purple in the background. Here's another one playing with gold, bronze, again gold, greens. This is the stencil again, and this is on, it's like a grey background with some gold, and I actually quite like that. And the stencil was stenciled just in white. And that's another one, blue. I quite like blue. Blues and lemons, blues and greens, add a bit of gold, really like those. So that was those. Then I decided to get the papers out to get something a bit heavier. So these were the ones I did on paper and it's literally just on copy paper. Using a couple of different stencils. This one uses bubble wrap, the large bubble wrap. This piece started off as a brayer clean off piece and I like how that's turned out. I quite like the orangey warmer colours. Perhaps it's this time of year, I don't know, but I really like those. It's another one using stencils. Blues and browns, yeah, not my favourite, but such is life. It's another one. That's another one that really needs more work on this one. This was another clean off sheet. Another one. Another clean off sheet, needs more work. And here's the last one in the papers. And I wanted the papers for a definite project, which I'm going to share with you in a moment. And for that same project, I wanted also to make some small cards, and they would be 2 inches by 3.5. Okay, yeah, 2 inches by 3.5. And what I did, I wanted them to have white background, and I didn't want to have to layer them. So I didn't want to use card and then have to put paper on the back. So I actually have this canvas paper, and I don't know whether you can tell, but it actually has got some texture to it, which is quite nice, and it's that bit thicker. And with that, I made these pieces. And these use stencils, and this one is the another of the stencils from Darcy. So those I wanted for these little cards. And then, oh, let's put those over there as well, out of the way. And then I thought, I watched Darcy. She's so inspirational. If you haven't visited her yet, please do. She is Darcy's Misadventures in Mixed Media on YouTube. And yeah, she works quickly, and she is like abandoned, you know. She does the most amazing things, and they always, you think, oh my God, where are you going with this? But they always, without fail, end up fabulous. I'd love an hour with her. It would be really good, sitting at her craft table. Okay, so again, plain copy paper. And what Darcy was doing was, she was just splodging on paint, acrylic paint, to copy paper. And, you know, it looked really good. I mean, she used scrapers and brushes. She used her brayer. So I did a bit of that. And these are my sheets. I mean, you could play for hours with these. You really could. And they look nothing until you sort of cut into them. And that's where they come into their own. So those were my paper splodgy, painty papers, really, as opposed to gel prints. Now, I need that one here. So the little project I was working on was this one. And this is what they call a blizzard book. And it's literally a little book that is created by folding papers. They're not glued, they're literally just folded. And Heidi Klein, I think, is the author of these originally. And I watched a couple of videos. I made, this is the, if I can take it out of here, I'll show it you properly. This is the actual little piece that you fold and make. And it's made from quite a large piece of paper. I had to use a wrapping paper for mine. And it really is just a matter of folding, and folding quite precisely and really burnishing the folds so that, you know, you can manipulate the paper. And then inside each of the pockets, and I think there are 8 pockets in here, I added one of the cards made from that canvas paper. And this idea I got from fodder school. I would love to attend fodder school one year. I just need a year that I can dedicate to my craft, really. I've seen some of their blog hops, and the classes are amazing, and the ephemera that is made is fantastic. But just from, you know, looking at the blog hops, it gave me the ideas for, you know, my version of these, which hopefully nobody objects to. I will one day take part in fodder school. Yeah, so these are the little cards, and I literally just, let me bring you in a little bit. There you go, that's better. And these were the little cards I made, and I've left the back plain. Yes, they can be written on, but they're really, I wrote little quotes or affirmations on mine. You'll have to excuse my writing, I'm not the best, but I do try. And I think practice helps. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. There's another one. So I made this over the weekend, and it was fun. This and the papers. And these pieces are watercolour painted to watercolour card, and then just using various pens, jelly roll pens, paint pens, whatever, just adding a few bits to the images. Is that it? One more, I think. Yeah, one more. Good things take time. And for mine, what I did, oh no, there's another one, hang on. The best is yet to come. Another leaf. I love doing these leaves. They're fun. I think that idea came from Karen Elaine. I've been watching a few of her videos, and she certainly paints them. So that's what happens, you know, if you make this fold, and if you're interested, I'll make one online. It is pretty straightforward, really. As I say, you just have to be a bit accurate with your folds. And I wanted to put mine in a cover. I mean, it actually sits quite well like that. But I made this little cover just out of some card and used my gel prints, and these are the ones done on deli paper, to cover this little folder. And then I decided to add elastic just to slot that in. So it's a bit like a traveller's notebook. And that sits on the shelf like that, and in actual fact, even like that. So that was the project I made. I'll put that aside. These were some of the pieces that I've been playing at painting, and I use watercolour paints for these. And you can see leaves. Haven't cut that one out. Did some little flowers. Some more little circular flowers, lots of leaves, mushrooms. They're fun, and they just decorate small things, I guess. Help if I kept them on the centre of my table so you could see them. So yeah, that was my weekend really, and I thought today I've got a couple of tags that I want to make. I'm thinking of starting another journal, an art journal. So I thought today we'd put together a couple of tags using the pieces that I made over the weekend. I've actually got 3 here. We'll see how we go. These are more or less organised. You can see that's another of the little painted flowers in a heart shape, just cut out, fussy cut. And this is some of my painted paper added to some product, probably a tea box or something. And I've just picked a few pieces to add here. Got another little scrap of that painted paper that I've added on this that had a little hole punched in it. So we'll use that, some book page, and some of this is like packing paper. And I've got a postage stamp. And I'm going to use, I'm going to use a new glue to me. I received my refill of art glitter glue yesterday, day before. No, it must have been yesterday, Monday. And I ordered it from an online shop that happened to be in Tasmania. And I got chatting to one of the ladies over there who told me about this glue. And I believe it's from Poland. And she said she had been recommended this as a cheaper alternative to art glitter glue. So I said, well, it sounds interesting. So she said, yeah, I'll send you one to have a try of and let me know what you think. So she actually sent me 2, which was very generous. I'm going to link her site below. So it's Australian. And I'll link this glue. I haven't as yet tried it, but I like that it's in a tube. And it's in a tube with quite a fine nozzle. So that's quite good. Yeah, we'll see. They're, what are they? 45 grams there. And 45 grams, and I believe when I put this through, when I, edit my video, I'll make sure to list it if you want to give it a try. Yeah, we'll see how we go. So how was your weekend? Was the weather nice for you? I know it's a bit changeable around the place. We actually had a lovely weekend, and was it yesterday? It was particularly nice. But I believe we're in for a wet spell again. I'm talking about a week of rain. And there was definitely thunder around about an hour ago, so I think it's coming here. But well, she did manage to get the grass cut, which was really good. It had been so wet, he didn't really want to get out there. Trouble is, when it's that wet, you cause more damage riding the lawnmower around. Now that glue's come through a bit there. We'll see whether it dries clear. I think it's supposed to. It's all in Polish, so I can't read it. I might have to do a bit more homework on this and see if it is water-based. I'm also interested to see how it works with deli paper. Deli paper that's been painted on. I think that will be interesting. When you use acrylic paint or watercolour paint. Okay, and I've got a stamp to add to this. I mean, I could use a glue stick too. For some of this, but I just wanted to give it a try. It doesn't smell, it hasn't got, you know, a horrible smell or anything, which is good. Okay, so that's one. This is the other one, and again, just card with some of my painted papers over. And a couple of bits, book page, a bit of grid paper. One of the painty sort of abstract flowers, nothing, you know, nothing too serious. Seems to grab quite quickly. There's a bit of movement there. But it's not, it's drying nice and flat, so that's good. That's the second one. Okay. Well, I think it is drying. We'll pop those there. And then this one, I haven't covered as yet, but I think this is more of my painted paper. This is worked on tissue. And maybe some words. What do we think? Yeah. Okay. Decision made. Whew, gracious. See, that's why I get things ready, because I know I did that. Right. Yeah, 3 tags. And using painted papers, gel prints, mostly painted papers actually, and some of my watercolour doodly drawings. Oh dear. We're back to that one. And these were, I actually decorated the right size. That one is slightly bigger anyway. So that's it. And I have to say that the glue did dry out. It hasn't left damp marks, so that's good. And we'll see how it lasts. All right, thank you so much for calling past today. Thank you, and I hope you'll join me for the next video. Until then, take care. Bye now.